make up in your mind that you are going to press on to become something that you never dreamed. And I know because you're sitting here today with these beautiful caps on and beautiful gowns and beautiful shoes that you made the right decision. You decided to experience the greatest glory in life. You decided instead of rolling in the dirt of mediocrity, instead of rolling around in the dirt of failure and moping and doping because nobody else in my life had ever done anything like this. Nobody else in my family had ever achieved anything. Nobody else cares about what I'm dealing with. Instead of dealing with that, you decided to stand up and fight and exist and be and to graduate. And now because of that, you're sitting in this seat on this great day in your hand holding a diploma from one of the greatest high schools in these United States of America. You are now a member of the graduating class of Martin Luther King Junior Senior High School, class of 2008. I'm warming up. But I got to tell you, Dr. Jenkins, you see, I start off slow and people just start going to sleep, so I gotta wake up. Got a problem. Because in a typical graduation, the issue becomes what's next. Beautiful graduates, in a typical graduation, parents and teachers and grandmothers and grandfathers, in a typical graduation, after we talk about what's next, then it's my job to start giving you the individualistic blueprint of success. To tell you that my name is Boyd Knight III, and yes, I graduated from this school and that school, I have this and I have that, and I'm somebody in life. It's my job to help you along your individualistic, narcissistic concept of thinking about reality. But, guys, and when we get this thing, the thing is, we're not just going to follow a path, we're going to what? You said it, brother. But the problem is that there isn't an assumption. The assumption is that it's all about you. And that's the problem because this is not a typical graduation. It's not a typical graduation not because of the fact that we're at King High School. It's not a typical graduation because as you sit in this seat looking so beautiful, sitting there thinking about where you're getting ready to eat, sitting there thinking about, I wish this dude would shut up and get out of here, sitting there thinking about, I know I can get you. I'm coming down your road in a minute. Sitting here thinking about where you're going to be in life, projecting yourself out to when you start college, projecting yourself out to this wonderful future. We're in a generation right now that is absolutely struggling in an atypical fashion. If that's not funny, then the joke stops then. The laughing ceases then, because the reality is in these 4 years that you've been in school, you've already experienced loss like somebody who grew up in Iraq somewhere. It's not right that you have to grow up in the city of Detroit and walk around like you live in a war zone. And it doesn't make sense for us to come in these sessions and act like we can't talk the truth. Don't tell me nothing of this. Hurry up and just get out the way because I'm ready to go eat. That's your problem. You eat too much. While you eating, people are dying. While you dancing, people are leaving this planet. You laughing life away. It's so funny. This is not a typical graduation, my brother, because we're struggling with it.
Kendra, put your big old head back.
This class is 270. I know that your class started bigger than this. A lot of people didn't get to this moment that you're sitting here now, and some of y'all here now by the skin of your teeth.
It's the truth.
So the question becomes, you beautiful graduates looking so great, you're so powerful, you're so young and vibrant, the question becomes, in this day where the collective is struggling, how do we talk about individual greatness when everybody around me is dying?
Oh, Kendra, stop.
How do I talk about my career and my goals and my plans and what I'm going to do today and what my family's going to do? When you go back to the neighborhood and people walking around like they're zombies, you heard about the story about the man that ate the other man's face off?
A man ate a homeless man's face.
I'm going to talk to these people up here. What is greatness then?
Hi, yes.
What is individual achievement then? Who cares about if I achieve my goals, if everybody around me dies? Who cares about me if everybody else leads a revolution? Man, will you shut up? What does that to do with me? Care nothing about that. And you just hear Dr. Jenkins, man, we overcame a lot. This kid in high school, it's happening. Baby. See my mama in the back, my dad here, man, I don't want you talking about all that kind of stuff. You go get out the way. What does that have to do with me? It has something to do with you because I told you in the beginning that you are the hope for this city, even though you think it's funny. Even though it's difficult for us to talk to you like this because you're still at that age like a little child who will put their hand on the stove and they don't understand that the stove is hot. You're still at the critical age. You're big enough as a man, but some of y'all still have the perspective of children. So when I tell you that you are the hope for tomorrow, you still don't believe me. But I'm telling you this matters because you are the ones that are going to solve these problems. There was a man named W.E.B. Du Bois. W.E.B. Du Bois was an intellectual critical thinker of the early 20th century, and W.E.B. Du Bois came up with the concept, Dr. Jenkins, of the talented tenth. The talented tenth was a concept that said that the educated people in our community, with all your scholarship money that you won, wonderful. With all of the schools that you were admitted to, awesome. He said that all of that stuff that you got could be used to uplift the depth of the poverty of this community. And for a long time, that was the model of education. For a long time, graduation ceremonies were so exciting for our people because we said, man, they can free me from my chains. But at some point, it deteriorated into my family, my children, me, myself, and I. What's the baddest graduation dress I can put on? What's the sweetest suit? You got some David? I don't got no David. I can't come to graduation in. At some point, it deteriorated. But I came to tell you today it's time for you to take a new attitude. Because the greatness of your generation, King High School class of 2012, will be predicated upon your ability to solve the problems of this generation. Don't tell me how many of y'all became millionaires. Don't tell me how many of you made it to the league. Don't tell me how many of y'all made it to action and TV. We've been on TV, we've been in the NBA, we've been doing all that stuff for years. Now it's time for somebody to come back home and do something about the hell in this community. It's time for you to take an attitude that says it's not just about me, it's about